You studied English for years, memorized countless words, mastered the grammar, but when you're watching your favorite Netflix show, you still can't figure out what the actors are saying. And here's the most frustrating part. When you check the subtitles, you realize they're using basic words you've known for years. But somehow, they sound completely different in real life. Today, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, and more importantly, how to fix it. English that we'll learn in school is basically useless when it comes to listening comprehension. And here's why. First off, English has loads of different dialects. You've got UK accents, Australian accents, American accents, and within each country, there are dozens of regional variations. It's literally like people are speaking completely different languages sometimes. Now, think about how you learn English, because this helps understand why real-life speech is so hard for you to comprehend. Most likely, your English teachers spoke clearly and slowly, pronouncing every word perfectly, which created an impression that English is pronounced as it's written in textbooks. In real life, well, that's a completely different story. For example, how on earth would a non-native speaker who has never lived in the UK be aware that in some regions people might pronounce L as O? So milk becomes milk, Google becomes gugu, local becomes loco, and real becomes real. Not to mention that native speakers are like speed demons. They're so fast, they skip everything. Going to becomes gonna, what are you becomes whatcha. They're cutting corners everywhere. And if you're not ready for it, you're just gonna get lost. The point here is that if you're not aware of the specifics of some dialects and how certain sounds can be dropped when speaking fast, then you're gonna have a hard time understanding real-life speech. Now, here's what actually helped me begin to understand native speakers, and I promise it's simpler than you might think. First off, you need to start exposing yourself to different accents. Think about it this way. Native speakers are exposed to different dialects while they grow up. They watch numerous TV shows and interact with people across the nation. So they're aware of the majority of regional dialects because they have been exposed to them since childhood. If we also want to understand spoken English as well as natives do, then we need to expose our ears to more accents. There is no other way. Even native speakers who are unfamiliar with some regional accents, they have a hard time understanding other natives with strong accents. It's not like they're born with knowledge of all dialects in their brain. You train your ears and become aware of the nuances of such dialects. Now, you're not going to learn every accent overnight. That's not how it works. Pick one thing to focus on each week. Maybe it's how British people drop their T's in words like bo'o and wa'a, or American T flapping in words like butter and water. Whatever it is, just focus on one thing at a time. When you find a phrase you consistently struggle with, use Youglish.com, because this brilliant tool lets you hear the same phrase said by different speakers in different contexts. It's like having infinite listening practice for your specific problem areas. When you start noticing patterns, that's when things really click. I've created a list of the most common accents and their characteristics to get you started. The link is in the description below. Now, I really struggled to understand fast native speech before I learned about this method. And here's what you do. Take a short video clip, and I mean short, just 1 or 2 minutes to start with. Write down every single word you hear. Don't worry if you miss some words, that's actually part of the learning process. Just rewind or slow down the video if it helps to make out the bits that you struggle with. Then compare what you wrote with the actual captions. When you make mistakes, figure out why. Were the words connected or did they skip sounds? That's how you'll learn the patterns. And when you start feeling confident, try not to rewind the video more than 3 times. Because in real life, you'll always have the opportunity to say, sorry, I didn't catch that. But obviously, if you keep doing that all the time, the person you were speaking with will get annoyed eventually. Striving to catch the meaning within 3 attempts is a good benchmark to aim for. Also, avoid slowing down the video too much. This helps a lot when you're learning a new accents or connected speech, but listening to a video at half the speed or 75% speed won't help your ears adapt to fast speech. Now, this last method is my favorite for actual comprehension and also boosting vocabulary. For this, I recommend you pick a podcast rather than a movie, and ideally it should be something educational that you're interested in learning, because this method is based on repetition and reinforces your understanding of the topic. This task consists of 3 steps. Step 1. Simply listen to the podcast. Don't try to understand every single word, just enjoy it. Step 2. Download the transcript of the part that you've just listened to and read it. Pay attention to the words and phrases you're unfamiliar with or cool expressions you want to add to your expression bank. This step will reinforce the content you just listened to and help you remember it better. You'll also notice that your brain skipped some parts of the conversation, and that's absolutely normal. This is why listening to the same podcast or reading its transcript is so powerful. You get more information from the same piece of content than if you just listen to it once. Step 3. Listen to the same podcast one more time, and this time try to understand and hear everything. It's best to take a few days rest before step 3 to allow the information to settle in your brain, and then revoke the information from your memory, which will help you memorize and understand it better. This is called spaced repetition. You'll notice that this time you have heard a lot more than the first time you listened to it. If there are still areas that you struggle with, figure out why. Now, listen, you don't need to spend your whole life on this. 15 minutes a day is fine. Just do it consistently and you'll see the results. Proper listening will take time to develop, but it's an essential skill to understand the people you speak with. But without great speaking skills, listening skills won't take you far. If you want to learn how to speak with confidence, then this video is for you. Until next time, bye.